Hi, and welcome to another edition of Who Is? And today we're going to be talking with Ashley Dains, our marketing VP, correct?
Correct, yes.
So Ashley, let's start there. First of all, a little bit about yourself. What do you do here at Pragmatic Works?
Okay, great. I am the Vice President of Marketing. What I do, my team, we do all of the brand, lead gen, and marketing efforts around events, our campaigns, digital content, email marketing. My team does all of that.
Great. So everyone that I've talked to has kind of an interesting story on how they came here. What's kind of your story? How did you get to Pragmatic Works?
Well, I have been in the tech space for about 8 years now, and have done everything from IT staffing to IT solutions, and still maintaining a relationship with Microsoft. So I heard that Pragmatic Works was looking for somebody to lead their marketing team and take it to the next level, and I was looking for a change at the time, and came in and met Brian, and it was kind of a done deal after that.
That's awesome. That's much better than we've heard stories of people finding a job on Craigslist here.
No, yes. Yes, no, that's not how I heard.
Grapevine, yeah, all kinds of funny ones.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite part about working at Pragmatic Works?
I really enjoy the people here. I'm sure you probably have heard that in all these videos, but it's a very close group.
Yeah.
And from a marketing perspective, it's a group of people that doesn't mind experimentation and or failure. You know, we get to try a lot of different stuff, learn from it, see how it's been successful, how it's not. So they are very, very open to just trying new things, and coming from a more corporate background where we've had so many kind of regulations of what we could and couldn't do. It's from a marketing perspective, it's been a lot of fun to play around.
That's good. So a lot of people like to know about what you do in your spare time. What do you do outside of work? What are some of the things that you're really interested in doing or that you do outside of work?
Well, I own an old 1926 bungalow, so for 3 years, so it's been a lot of renovation to that, so that's been a lot of my spare time. I am a Georgia Bulldog alumni, so Georgia football is during fall the top of my list, and just spending time with family and friends, and usually with a good bourbon drink in my hand.
So first of all, how did you make the mistake of becoming a Georgia Bulldog fan?
Well, I'm from Georgia, grew up in South Georgia. Grew up in South Georgia, it's my home state. At the time, graduation came, found it at the University of Georgia. So go Dogs, sick 'em.
So I'm sure you have, from a Georgia Bulldogs fan, you're like part of the booster. You met Mark Rick.
Yeah.
You've done a lot. What's one of the more interesting Georgia Bulldogs fan stories that you have?
Oh gosh. So meeting Mark Rick, I've met him and have heard him speak several times, but that was really exciting. But that first win that we had back in the stadium here, because I moved here in 2003
to Jacksonville,
and it has been several years. That Georgia-Florida weekend was always so hard.
Yeah.
And what worse than that, coming back to work on Monday, where I've always worked with a ton of Gator fans. So after that first win, and I think it was 2008, it was just amazing to kind of have that experience and go in on Monday and give everybody a hard time. So.
Yeah, you get a lot of hard times.
I do. I have a thick skin now. Living in Jacksonville.
So speaking of Georgia, I hear that you actually have a cat called Georgia.
I do. So I adopted from the Humane Shelter back in 2006, a all gray, long-haired cat, and I adopted her on. It was a Saturday in the fall. Georgia was playing South Carolina, our annual meetup with them, and so I thought, she was a girl, so I named her Georgia. She's gray. It worked. So she's a very ornery cat. She's not very nice to me. To everybody else, she's great.
Oh, really?
But, yeah. I mean, in the middle of the night, she attacks me. I'll walk by and she'll run and jump. She's ornery and has no respect for me, but I love her so much. So she's kept it interesting. So
I've heard she attacks a lot.
She does, yeah. Yeah, she does.
All right. So in each of these little interviews, I've done a little quick, tell me your favorite kind of thing.
Okay.
So how about I know you're a little bit of a foodie.
I am a little bit. I enjoy good food.
What's some of your favorite type of foods?
Well, being a Southern girl, anything fried. So in barbecue. So and I'd have to say fried chicken and barbecue.
That's good. How about favorite TV show?
Walking Dead.
There's a bit. If you watch several of these, there's a pattern. Walking Dead is like the water cooler talk here.
It is.
I heard you guys talking about it actually this morning, and I'm a couple episodes behind, so I had to shut my Put my headphones on so I can hear. How about, you've done a lot of traveling with work too, with conferences and things like that. What's your favorite place to travel to?
My favorite place, I have really enjoyed traveling up to Denver. I haven't yet with Pragmatic Works, but in all of my other travels, I've really enjoyed Denver. Boston now, I travel quite a bit too, and I don't get to see a lot of inside Boston proper, but that New England area is just beautiful.
New Hampshire office is a beautiful place. So Liz wanted me to ask you this, but what's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is, Georgia, Florida, I consider a holiday, so at the end of October, but then also my favorite holiday, I really love Cinco de Mayo.
Really?
So, yeah. I do. My father's side of the family is Mexican, and so I have a lot of great family recipes that I love to make too, and tequila. So
there you go. I'm sure I slipped this one in there. How about favorite person at Pragmatic Works?
Oh my gosh! Well, there's so many of them.
You don't have to answer that one.
Yeah. Normally it would be you, Devin, but you asked me to make a video, so
yeah. Ashley was really excited to be on video.
Yeah, I love being on camera.
So last question for you, kind of around industry trends with marketing, especially around digital marketing. What are some of the trends that you've seen over the past few years? How has things changed over the last 3, 4, even 5 years in digital marketing?
It has changed a lot. I mean, it's really funny to kind of, not to date myself, but having been in this industry going on 14 years now, it's changed a lot. You know, I mean, I think back to when I first started, social media wasn't a thing.
Right.
At the time I was in real estate advertising, so we worried about starbursts on ads. But now it's become very technical and very data driven, which I think is probably the biggest trend we've seen in the last 3 to 4 years. It's not just about branding anymore. It's actually about conversions and helping grow revenue. So it's been really fun to see how the marketing technology has changed, how we even think about and how we build our campaigns differently now has changed. Before it was what was cool, what was different, but now what's going to drive that conversion. So I think how data driven it's become has been the biggest change we've seen in 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, that's interesting too, because we have a monthly management all-up meeting where everyone kind of shares updates on how our part of the company is going. And so Ashley, as part of hers, always has an update that involves that's very data driven and explains, here's what we were at last month, here's where we're at now, and what we've done differently and how it's affected it for downloads and things like that. So it's really interesting to see how much a data company actually uses the data from a marketing perspective. So.
Yeah, and coming from previously, I was in a staffing company. They used that we used the data there too. I mean, just a few years ago it was how many likes on Facebook did you get? Did people open your emails? And there was no real way to try that to true revenue or influenced revenue. And now we can really see how marketing has played a role in building our customer base, increasing pipeline for sales, and building that top line revenue. So it's exciting.
Do you see, or do you have any thoughts on where the trend might go in the future, or where it might be coming next?
I think it's just going to get even more specific. Right now, everybody in marketing is very focused on what your buyer personas are with targeted content and things like that. So I think as the technology continues to increase and as marketing sales become more aligned, I think we're really going to be able to see more buyer decisions and behaviors, and I think predictive analytics is going to have a huge impact on that. So.
Very cool. Yeah, it plays very well into our business.
Yes, it does. So it's a fun being a marketing person at a data company.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ashley, thanks for joining us today. Again, this is our Who Is series. Again, thanks for joining us, and look forward to the next video.
Thanks, and go dogs.
Thanks.